What's going on, y'all? It's your boy No Credit, and I'm back with another one. Need you guys to do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon for more videos like these. That being said, let's get into it. So, longtime trainer of Terrence Crawford, Brian BOMAC McIntyre, finally gets a chance to reflect on the Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence Jr. fight. And all he really had to say was they knew what they was getting into. They knew Errol Spence Jr. He says Errol Spence Jr. is the same fighter since the amateurs, and he hasn't changed or added nothing new to his game. He fights the same, and if the rematch happens, it's going to be similar situation or worse. Those are the words of Brian BOMAC McIntyre on Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford first fight in the rematch. What do you guys think about that? Me personally, I think that's a little harsh. I'm not gonna lie, that is kind of harsh to say somebody hasn't improved since the amateurs and they're in the pros and they've won a few belts. You know, unified champion. He had to add something new. If he didn't, then that's crazy. And so he's still fighting the same since the amateur and is working for him in the pros. Well, it was working for him until he fought Crawford, but that's crazy. I mean, people don't work hard to stay the same. You work hard to change and evolve and add new things to your arsenal or repertoire or whatever. But, what do you guys think about what BOMAC had to say? Me personally, I didn't really watch Errol Spence since the amateurs. But when I watch Errol Spence, he does show me he's a basic fighter. I've been saying this for a long time. Basic fighter meaning like he's just okay with just sticking to the fundamentals and not trying to add new things to his game. So maybe BOMAC is right, because when I do assess Errol Spence, I do see that he is a basic fighter. Straight up and down, no special effects. But a lot of people always bring up the Mikey Garcia situation. Man, he outboxed Mikey. Well, let me say this to you, everybody that says he outboxed Mikey. Okay? So, you're a bigger guy. A guy's 2 weight classes below you. He moves up 2 weight classes to rumble you. And it's hard for that guy to come inside and do damage to you on the inside because you're longer, you're stronger, you hit harder. You can literally outbox that guy, all because you have all the physical advantages. You can outbox that guy. So, if people were really smart and they could sit down and think about it, they could clearly tell it makes sense for Errol Spence to be able to outbox the smaller man moving up, because Mikey will have to take chances. He can't land his jab without catching something. He will have to take chances to be able to outbox. The reach advantage is too much. Earl had a big reach advantage on Mikey. He had a height advantage. He was like almost 3 inches taller than Mikey. He was stronger than Mikey. He hit harder than Mikey. He had all the advantages. So, of course, you got all the advantages. You can outbox a guy. If you're a boxer, you should know how to outbox a smaller man. That's like you in the gym with a little kid. You're not really a boxer, but you're not trying to hurt the little kid. You can outbox the little kid because he's small. I'm not calling Mikey a little kid, but you can outbox the smaller man. If you guys understand what I'm saying. You're in there, you're not trying to hurt the guy. You can outbox him. So, of course, it makes sense for Earl to outbox Mikey. He had all the physical advantages. Now, if Earl could have outboxed like a Danny or a Showtime Sean Porter, if he could have outboxed those guys, it would have mean more because those guys are natural welterweights at the time. Danny Garcia moved up, but he fought at welterweight for a minute before Earl fought him. So he was considered a natural welterweight when Earl fought him. So I'm saying if Earl would have outboxed Danny, that would be more impressive. I don't think he outboxed Danny. I think he beat Danny, but I don't think he outboxed him. Ugas, I don't think he outboxed Ugas either. He just punished Ugas. So Earl really isn't an outboxer. He's not going to outbox you. So I was surprised when boxing fans were saying Earl was the better boxer. Earl's clearly not the better boxer. Terrence Crawford's the better boxer. And that's a fact. Now, everybody knows that, but true Crawford fan knew that before the fight ever happened. But, yeah, Earl is 33 years old. What can he add to his game at the age of 33? Crawford's 36. And I still think we haven't seen the best of Crawford. And that's the sad part. I mean, he didn't get to display everything in that Errol Spence fight. Because the fight was just completely one-sided. Earl didn't bring the best out of Crawford. He really didn't. Because I feel like Crawford never left second gear. Earl never, he never pushed Crawford to go into the next gear. To show us something we've never seen before. He just showed us superb boxing ability, IQ, being able to take away Errol Spence's best weapons. So this is why when a lot of people say nonsense like Jerron Ennis would do the same to Errol Spence, it makes no sense. Crawford took away Errol Spence's jab and he took away his body shots. Jerron Ennis is not going to take away Errol Spence's jab or body shots. Jerron Ennis is always going to fight his fight. And Earl's going to fight his fight. So it's going to be a competitive fight with Jerron and Earl. But Crawford is the one that disarmed his opponent. That's why the fight is easy. Because he takes away your best weapon. Anyway, it's your boy No Credit. And I'm out.